Hi everybody, welcome to Carbon's DIY Garage. If you're a subscriber to the channel or if you've been watching the videos recently, you know that I'm trying to get through some water leakage that's happening inside the Jeep. It is not coming through the passenger footwell, it's not coming from the cowl, it's some of the weather stripping on this Jeep. There's a video that I did that replaced the weather stripping between the cowl and the windshield, and that did a lot, but it didn't completely solve the problem. And I am going to go ahead today and replace the weather stripping at the top of the window frame and also these side weather strips, because a lot of the water that I'm seeing is actually coming down on the inside of the windshield frame, down here against the door jamb, and then dripping into, especially here on the passenger side. So we're going to go ahead and take the top, not take it off, but back it away from the windshield, and then go ahead and replace these weather strip seals. So replacing this weather stripping just a little bit more up close to show you. It's held in place on each side with these little push pins that go into these weather strip pieces. So really all there is to it is you separate these push pins from this the plastic here, and then just lift this off, and it's you can see there's some adhesive residue, and that is really old and it's all brittle and not flexible anymore. So peel all of that off, clean the top here, and then since I'm also replacing these, there are screws that hold this plastic in place. So you just remove those screws, peel this away, and then the new ones go in just the opposite. All right, so it looks like the front of this gasket has a metal piece, it looks like. And that is what is adhered to the channel here in the front, and then it presses over a lip in the back. So just using a screwdriver to peel this metal part up a little bit, and now it's coming free of the adhesive. It looks like you need to actually roll it back versus pulling it straight up. I'll give you a different view of it. You can see lifting up the end of it, there's that metal that I was talking about, and you can see just running down the length of it, you kind of have to peel it back, and I need two hands to do it, but you just peel it all the way back, and then on this, the inside of the channel, it just slips over top of this the metal like that. So it's not a big deal to get this off, I don't think. Now that I've got the seal off, there is some residue from the adhesive that I'm going to go ahead and scrape that off, and then take some rubbing alcohol all along this channel, get it all cleaned up nice and smooth and clean, so that the new seal will go on no problem, and that adhesive on the new seal will adhere just fine. Taking a look at the old seal and the new seal, this one's the old one, and it is rigid. Like I said, there's a very rigid metal piece here, and then this like a plastic tray that is rigid on this one. And this replacement seal doesn't have any of that. It's just it's stiff, but there's not that plastic material or metal material in there. So it should go on just the way the old one came off. And you can see it's got the adhesive to go in the same place. All the reviews on Amazon said that this holds up really well. So we'll find out. All right, guys, I spent probably 30 to maybe 45 minutes on this seal surface, the adhesive surface here, to get it nice and clean as best as I could, because that's where the seal's gonna go, and that adhesive was pretty hard to get off. So lots of Goo Gone to get at it, razor blades, plastic scraper. You don't want to scrape the paint off, but be patient, go slow, and get that adhesive off the very best that you can. Since the upper weather stripping clips into the side weather stripping here, I'm going to go ahead and replace these first, and then put the new weather stripping on top. There's 3 screws on each side that you need to remove, and then you just pull it away like that. Piece of cake, and make sure you get all the gasket off. So I'll go ahead and clean that off, and this is all stale and brittle too, so I'm glad I'm replacing these. So the old part is here on the right and the new part is here on the left, and you can see the top of the old one was actually broken. But there's a big hole here at the top, and that's because I already took the foam gasket plug out of this side and transferred it over to this side. The new part doesn't come with this, so you do need to move it over from the old one to the new one. And if you have to buy a new one, I don't know where you would get it. But thankfully I can just move it from one part to the other part. Once you get the old one off and you get it all cleaned up around here, you just slide it back on and put those screws back in. One thing I'll say is just go slow and make sure that the foam in the back is in the right place, so that the tab or the part of the frame here slides into the slot of the plastic, and you've got a good seal of that gasket foam all around it. And then just put the screws in, and then you go do the same thing on the other side. With both of those side pieces installed, now it's time to just put this new upper weather strip in place. My general approach to this is going to be to start on one side, get the push pin into that plastic side piece, and then start putting the back of it down across that kind of rail that goes across the top. Get that all the way to the other side, put that other push pin in, and then just tilt the front of the seal forwards, and then I can remove the backing for the adhesive, and then push that seal down and put the adhesive in place. That plan seemed to work out really well. It went on pretty easily. Now I'm going to go put the top back on and fasten it all down, and that'll really hold that seal in place and get that adhesive to secure. I wish I could give you a before and after of the old seal up here with the hard top fully installed and the new one, but this new seal extends way further out under the top, and as you would expect, it was harder to get the top fully closed in place with the new seal, because it's got to squish up against all that new rubber. So just spend a little bit of time with that, and oh, look at that hard top. It looks like maybe it's seen better days. Boy, oh boy. There's another fun thing to go tackle at some point in the future. Also in the future, I'm gonna look at the seals on these half doors. I'm probably gonna replace those as well. I'll make a video if I do that. Parts from today, these side seals and then this top seal, links in the video description for all of that. If you found this video helpful, thumbs up would be great. Subscribe to the channel, I'd really appreciate it. And of course, if you want to support financially, you can do that through buy me a coffee, super thanks, or hey, just a thumbs up on this video. That's all I really need. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this video is helpful, and we'll see you in the next one.